Welcome back, Frags of Beer family. This is Indie Spotlight. I'm your host, Zaymot. This is our second video today, trying to play catch up with all the new releases this week. So this is the second Indie Spotlight. If you're watching the live stream, thank you for being here. Say hi, let me know. If you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Biggest way to support the channel is click that subscribe button. Get us to 300 so I can give away 3 free books. Trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. If I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can sort of take advantage of what YouTube is going to do anyway, which is show you ads. Unfortunately, they're going to show you ads on all my content, whether I'm monetized or not. Never wanted to monetize, but if they're going to show you ads anyway, I may as well take advantage of that and use some of that money to bring in new equipment, bring in new stuff, and give you guys a better show. So give me to 1,000 so we can start doing that. Other way to support me is if you notice the links in the video description are changed. There is a couple of new things there, and there's a couple things removed. Biggest way you could check, or the newest thing you can check out is Vela on Kindle. It's a new program from Amazon for us writers where we can give you guys sort of episodic short stories in a series format or a serial format. And so my story that I used to have on Subscribestar, that page is now gone, is available on Vela. First 2 episodes, well, the first episode's up now. It's free. The second episode is submitted once it's approved, which it took about a day for the first one. So by tonight or tomorrow, the second episode should be available. That one will also be free, and the third one will go up sometime next week. I'll give you the first 4 episodes really sort of early, and then I'm going to wait to release because there's 9 currently, and I'm continuing to write more. So the story is ongoing. I've enjoyed writing it. It's a cool story. I think it's a neat concept. So check it out. Leave a review. Let me know what you think. Vela works a lot like YouTube in that the more people who look at it, the more people who review it, the more people who will see it. So if you want to help me out, go check out that first episode, leave a review, let me know what you think, and then check out the rest if you enjoy it, and I would greatly appreciate it. So today, this new release, we're taking a look at RNO, who is Rudee Olivier on Twitter and other social media, their new song Die in Vain. This is talking about soldiers and war and foreign conflict and stuff like that. So it's a very independent band. They do most of the work themselves from what I can tell. Small, like their channel's very small, so go check it out when we're done here. Look at their other videos, let me know what you think, let them know what you think. But yeah, they reached out to me on Twitter and asked if I would take a look at one of their songs, and I did, and we looked at it a couple of last Saturday or Saturday before last, and then they said, hey, we got a new song coming, so check it out. So this is the new song. It's a little more heavy than the last one. It's a little heavier, a little more metal than the last one, I think anyway. So we're gonna check it out. Let me know what you think. I think these guys are doing a good job. They're working real hard to get this content out there, so I want to share it with you. So we'll talk about it and pause as necessary. So thank you. If you're in the live stream, say hi. Let me know you're here. If you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. And here we go. This is RNO, Die in Vain. Cheers. I like the guitar.
It's black, felt so scared. I was in the right where no one cared. Sweet blood, head in the bed. The nightmare never seemed to end. Bright lights, heavy breath. My flesh was burnt and red. No metal to lift the pain. Only the rich had something to gain.
So I like the intro, the guitar, nice and heavy and throaty guitar, and clean drums. I like clean. I'm a big fan of clean drum work. I know some bands like their drums to sort of resonate and be more, the best way I could describe it is blurry, I guess, or kind of fuzzy sounding. I like really clean, sharp drumming. Always been a fan of, like, Lars is a good example of it, where Lars from Metallica, his drumming is very very clean, very precise, and I always like that. So the drums sounding great, Guitar again, good intro, lead in. The lyrics really cool so far. Really quick. So I had a little bit of a hard time hearing him over the instruments, just a little bit. So luckily they put the, so you can go check it out. They actually put the lyrics here, but pitch black, felt so scared. I was in the ride where no one cared, sweat, blood, head in the sand. The nightmare never seemed to end. A lot, this is trying to come at it from the perspective of a soldier, somebody who's been sent over to war. And yeah, I can imagine, you would feel very dark. You would feel very alone. I mean, I served, but I never served in combat. So my perspective on that is not going to be nearly as precise or real as somebody who was in combat. But as a writer, part of my job is putting myself in the shoes of somebody else and trying my best to imagine what it would be like. And I think they've done a pretty good job of capturing that sort of sense of what it would be like to be, in a foreign country, scared, maybe alone, or with other people, but not sure what's going to happen, not sure what's going to happen tomorrow or even in the next minute. And that I've reading a lot of war history and correspondence that I like to read. That's one of the big takeaways is soldiers that go over there, they don't know what the next minute holds. And they see people's lives end in a moment, and they just don't know when their moment's going to happen. And that would be a tough thing to live with, I think. And some people don't live with it very well. So,
dreams dark of human flesh, I dreamt of her who died in vain. No colors would be insane, but this one dark and hope just died. In the winter again, you send us all to die in vain. Here with body pain, we just can't bear to fight for greed. If they go again, you send us all to die in vain. If they fight for greed, we're never here for the people in need. Whole life ain't a war, there's a shot in my mirror. Pain, fear, and sleepless night, no more sanity after the fight. Dreams dark of human flesh, I dreamt of her who died in vain. No colors for the insane, but this one dark and hope just died. Corporations and pocket men, they'll never be there in the sand. Let's just take a land, there will be fools to live and bear. But it's just incredible.
Yeah, that's up that line. I caught that the first time around. If you're unfamiliar, this is not a reaction channel. This is a live review channel. So I've listened to these before. I'm not giving you some first impression kind of thing. So yeah, the corporations and crooked men, they'll never be there in the sand. That's probably one of my, being a veteran and being someone who is not, I understand sometimes the necessity for war. There have been many conflicts that we've been in that weren't necessary. Some of those conflicts were put forward or were promoted by corporations or people who it was in their best interest that we do go to war because they would make a lot of money off of it. And politicians, crooked men and crooked women. You can't leave. Our leaders have done some horrible things, and it really doesn't matter what's between their legs. They're some pretty crooked people that send young men and women over to die when they don't necessarily need to. I think gone are the days when we went to war to protect other people. And now it's to protect American interests, as they say. And sometimes those American interests are business interests. And I don't think we should have men and women dying so that people can make money. And unfortunately, that's where we're at. And I wish we weren't. But what are you going to do? You keep doing what you can do, and people keep voting for the same people who do the same thing over and over again. And you're kind of left stuck with, well, here we go again, right? Just continue the cycle.
Politicians and crooked men, they'll never be there in the stand. They didn't for their greed and we and never help the people in need. Here we went again, you send us all to die in vain. Here we fight in pain, we just came there to fight for greed. Here we go again, you send us all to die in vain. In the fight for greed, we're never here for the people in need.
Oh, pardon me. So right there at the end, the guitar really reminded me of some older school rock. I was going to say that, and I didn't want to stop him because we were so close to the end. Really reminded me of some old school radio rock, like Zeppelin or trying to think of the one that came to mind. I could picture him in my head, but I can't think of the name of the band right off the top of my head. But it reminded me of some of those older bands that I used to hear on the radio all the time, traveling with my folks and whatnot. So it could have been anything from Zeppelin to the Doors to, who knows. Cool song, really good message. I like the lyrics. I like the sort of why are we sending men and women to die in vain for the greed of corporations and corrupt politicians. And unfortunately, that's kind of where we're at, and we have the power to stop it. We're just not using it. Unfortunately, we're being played with. We're being pitted against each other. We're being played with, and we just keep repeating the cycle. And unfortunately, we have men and women right now whose parents went to war after 9/11, and we are still and they're over there now. We have fathers and sons who are serving together in the same conflict that has not stopped, and that is, as far as I know, that's a first in history. There may have been in World War II or World War I, there may have been fathers who were young enough with sons who were old enough to serve at the same time. I don't know for sure, but I can say right now that we have a surplus of men and women who are serving with their parents who were deployed after 9/11 in the same conflict, and that is that's criminal. I've no better way to say it. It's heartbreaking, and it's disgusting that we're still over there. At some point we should have didn't we get the guys who did it, right? Didn't we take care of the mission? Didn't we get the guys who did it? I hate to say it, but hold on, I'm dry. If the people in those countries want to either allow, the former regimes to come back in and take over, or if they can't stop that, at some point we have to say, look, we can't do this anymore. We are throwing away American lives for what? It's time to come home. It's time to bring them home. It's time to stop. And if this politician, if this leadership, if this American government that we have right now is not going to do it, then they all need to go. And we need to put people in place who will do it. And if they won't do it, they need to go. It's time to stop the cycle. I don't know how best to say it. Just stop doing it. But you guys keep looking at these dream world promises that they give you about how they're going to make your life better, and then you're like, oh, I don't care about all that other stuff. I'm going to vote for this guy because he's not that guy. At the end of the day, we're right back here. Same stupid circle since 9/11. 2001 to 2021. Am I doing the math right? 20 years. That's half my life. So anyway, good song, RNO. Thank you very much for reaching out. Thanks for commenting on the videos. Enjoyed the song. Looking forward to more. And for you guys watching at home or watching the recording, I will be back with more Indie Spotlight and game streams today. Again, long weekend, lots of new releases. We have, just to give you a preview, we still have a new band to come. We still have Frog Leap Studios. Leo put out a new song. We got The Lonely Ones has a new song. Mad Child has a new song. And I just listened to Odd Squad's new song, and I think I'm going to do that too. So we still have 5. Am I counting right? 6. No, 5, because we just won. Still got 5 Indie Spotlights to do today or tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for being here. I love you. Appreciate you. Check out the links in the video description below for the ways to support me, and I will see you on the next one. Much love.